A senior UN official has said that 294 Palestinians have been killed by Israel while attempting to collect humanitarian aid in the Gaza Strip since June 30. Khaled Kiari, UN Assistant Secretary General for the Middle East, Asia and the Pacific, addressed the Security Council as intensive talks continue over a potential Gaza ceasefire agreement and the release of hostages. Kiari called for international humanitarian law and the protection of civilians to be respected by all parties at all times.
I echo the Secretary General's calls for the repeated displacement of the population in Gaza to cease. Any forced displacement of the population from any part of the occupied Palestinian territory will constitute a breach of international law obligations. International humanitarian law must be respected by all parties at all times, and civilians must be protected.
The Palestinian ambassador to the United Nations has also addressed the Council. He accused Israel of destroying everything and targeting the 2 million Palestinians who remain in Gaza. Netanyahu is seeking to turn Gaza into a land without people through genocide, he declared, in order to occupy it. Riyad Mansour also called for international action.
Mr. President, in Gaza, starved journalists are reporting about starved health and humanitarian personnel, trying to save the lives of starving infants and children and their starving families. People are dying of hunger and thirst by design or while desperately trying to get food or water by design.
Danny Danon, Israel's permanent representative to the United Nations, has blamed Iran and its proxies for the chaos in the region. Danon stated that Israel is making the Middle East safer for everyone, including for the work of the United Nations. He also accused the UN of protecting the political agendas of terror networks and defending agencies that, according to him, are no longer neutral.
You all must focus your pressure where it belongs, on Hamas. They are the one who are saying no to the offer. If you don't believe me, you can ask the US, Qatar, Egypt, the one who are trying to negotiate.
Several African countries also addressed the Council. What we're witnessing is not war, it is annihilation. This is a plan to erase the people. No matter how many bombs fall and no matter the pain, Palestinians are not leaving. These were the words of the Algerian official who spoke at the meeting. The Somali representative denounced the famine in the Gaza Strip not only as a violation of all principles of humanitarian law, but also as a collective moral and humanitarian failure. The official, speaking on behalf of Sierra Leone, also condemned the systematic obstruction of humanitarian access to Gaza, the targeting and destruction of cultural, religious and historic sites, as well as the denial of basic necessities to the Palestinian people. United Nations representatives themselves have reported that their own staff are now fainting from hunger and exhaustion. With the situation deteriorating rapidly, international calls for a ceasefire sound more desperate than ever.